for danger, who closed eyes, he studied the danger, understand its weak point, and then turned the same danger into a weapon for himself. The biggest threat comes from the Emperor and Shahenshah. Both of them are moving with different emotions, but their target is the same. They want Arhan's power to break. The Emperor wants to protect his old affluence and stop the Ottoman rise before it become too strong. Shahenshah wants revenge, power, and respect, but his heart is full with jealousy and anger. This makes their side strong in appearance but weak from inside. They can bring armies together, but they cannot bring their heart together. They can make a pen together, but they cannot fully trust each other. Arhan understands this difference very well. He knows that an army becomes dangerous when it follows one clear will, but its two leaders are standing together only because of temporary benefit. Then their one doubt becomes their biggest enemy. Barca feels the weight of their coming war. The city is a reef, but its joy is quick. People walk carefully as if the ground itself knows that blood very soon falls. The varys prepare their horses. The blacksmith work without stopping. The sound of metal hitting metal spread like a warning through the street. Women prepare food and water for the soldier, but their eyes shake because they know that same man may not return. Children look at the adult and understand that sometimes serious is happening even if they do not fully know the reason. In every house there is a player, in every heart there is fire. Barca is not only preparing for a battle, Barca is preparing to protect its future. Sultan Arhan carries this entire wires on his shoulder. To others they may look calm, but his calmness does not mean the danger is small. His silence is the silence of a leader who is thinking deeply. He knows that one wrong decision can cost many lives. If he moves too early, the enemy may trap him. If he waits too long, the enemy may grow stronger. If he sends his army in the wrong decision, Bursa can become exposed. This is why Arhan must fight this war first in his mind before the world clash, because horses run away, arrows fly. They must defect the enemy plan. A ruler who wins the plan can win the field. The most important point in Arhan's mind is greasy harbors. The enemy ships waiting there are a serious danger. They are not only transport for soldiers, they are the enemy's second breath. If those ships leave the harbor, the enemy will gain more strength and more movement. The pressure on Arhans will increase, but if those ships are destroyed before they sail, the enemy plan will lose its balance. This is why Arhan chooses a very brave path. He does not want to wait for an enemy to attack with full forces. He wants to strike before the enemy full strength come together. It is a dangerous plan, but sometimes the most dangerous plan is the only plan that can save the future. The mission needs more than courage. It needs patience, security, and loyalty. A normal attack can be answered with power, but a secret mission can fail because of one small mistake. If one guide hears a sound, the plane can be exposed. If one spy learns the route, the man can be trapped. If the fire does not spread quickly, the enemy can save the shop. Arhans knows all of this, but he also knows that fear cannot be allowed to control him. A state is not built by men who only change soft road. It is built to those who understand the price. And still more forward, Arhan's decision showed that he is becoming more than a warrior. He is becoming a ruler who knows how to change the shape of war. At the same time, Shahenshah is preparing with his usual angle. He believed that this is his chance to break Arhan's strength. In his mind, Arhan stands behind him and the power he wants. Shahenshah cannot accept the Arhan has become the center of loyalty and respect. His pride is wonder, and a wonder pride can become more dangerous than a sword, but anger also becomes a man-blind. Shahenshah sees his one desire clearly, but he does not see the weakness inside the path. He thinks that if he joins hands with the Emperor, victory will become easy. But he does not understand that a man who built his road will betray, will never find true reality at the end. The Emperor is different from Shahenshah, but only less dangerous. His danger comes from cold calculation. He sees Arhan growth as the threat to the old order. Every victory of Arhans means the old power lost my control. Every new target of Arhans means the map can change again. The Emperor does not only want to win one battle, he wants to stop our future from being born. This is why his move is so serious. He wants to place Arhans under such pressure that his army becomes tired, his people become afraid, and his enemies' side the region becomes stronger. But the Emperor also makes a mistake. He thinks Arhans will only defect. He does not expect Arhans to attack the heart of the plain before the war fully begins. Inside the place, another kind of storm is rising. Fatma's return has brought joy, but the joy is mixed with old pain. Her safe return gives a place a short moment of happiness. The people around her feel relief because they fear losing her. But Fatma's heart is still not completely peaceful. Her story with Avrinus is still standing between pain and hope. Avrinus' innocence becoming clear has opened a new road for them, but the road is not easy. Love does not heal in one moment. Our heart has been hurt, does not forget everything only because the truth finally appears. Fatma wants to believe, but her pain does not allow her to surrender quickly. Every nurse also carries guilt and fear. That he may be innocent in the metal that separates them, but Fatma still suffered. Her tired betrayal, her loneliness was real, her disappointment was real. So he cannot act as if everything should become normal immediately. He must stand before her with patience. He must accept that love needs time to return to its old warmth. This makes their relationship more beautiful because it is not children anymore. It is not only about two hearts wanting each other, it is about two hearts asking with her. Trust can be rebuilt after a storm. That question gives this is seen deep emotion. Fatma may speak less, but her lesson will say many things. She may look at Avrinus and remember everything they lost. She may remember the days when hope fell far away. She may remember the pain of believing that she was not the man she thought he was. Now the truth has changed the pictures. But memory does not disappear easily. Avrinus may try to explain himself, but the most powerful things he can do is listen. If Fatma said that her heart was broken, he should not defend himself too quickly. He should let her pain stand in the room. Sometimes love becomes strong, not when two people talk more, when two people someone finally listen without running away. Their unfinished love becomes even more emotional because war is near. When danger stands at the door, people understand the value of time. Fatma now that Avrinus may have to ride into battle again. Avrinus now that if he leaves without facing anything, he may never get the chance to speak again. Their fear can bring honesty between them. A scene between them can become very moving if Fatma does not fully forgive him, but still give him one sign of hope. She may tell him to return alive because their story has not ended yet. That one line will be enough to shake Avina's heart. It will not be full reunion, but it will be a promise that the door is still open. While Fatma and Avina stand near hope, Nullifer far into a new pain. The new about Daphne strained her deeply. Even if Daphne make mistake, even if her action caused trouble, she was still Nullifer's sister. This is why Nullifer's grief is complicated. She may be angry at what Daphne did, but she cannot ignore the blood bond between them. A sister loss is not simple. It brings memories, triggers guilt, anger at once. Nullifer may ask herself if her thing could have been different. She may wonder if she could have stopped this ending, but grief often looks for someone outside to blame, and in Nullifer's heart, the person becomes Asperka. Nullifer's anger toward Asperka is not only because of Daphne, it is also because of everything that has been building between them for the long time. Asperka's presence already makes Nullifer feel disturbed, challenged and pushed aside. Now after Daphne's death, all old feelings return with greater force. Nullifer does not see Asperka only another woman in the place. She sees her as a danger that has returned her life and taken too much for her. This makes Nullifer's reaction very sharp. She may speak with pain, but her pain turns into executions. Her grief becomes fire, and the fire moves directly toward Spurka. Spurka, however, is not ready to bow down. She has also faced judgment, coldness, and pressure inside the place. She knows many people look at her with doubt. She knows that Nullifer does not accept her quickly. So when Nullifer comes with anger, Spurka stands firm. Her pride does not allow her to be crushed by blame. She may understand that Nullifer is grieving, but she will not accept being treated like a source of every pain, this creating a strong confrontation between them. Both women are crying wound, both think they are defending their honors, both refuse to step back. This is why their conflict can become one of the most intense emotional part of the story. This fight between Nullifer and Sparka is dangerous for Herban as well. It is ready facing armies outside. If the place becomes divided from inside, his burden becomes heavier. The enemies outside want to see weakness in this home. Rumor can travel quickly. If people hear that the place is full of tension, some may begin to question the strength of Arhan's rules. A ruler house must be strong during war because the people take courage because the people from the place. If the place shake and city fail it, Arhans must stop their inner fires. But he must do it carefully. He cannot ignore nullify grief, and he cannot let Asparka be destroyed by anger. This balance is very difficult. Arhan's rule in the place in different from his rule on the battlefield. On the battlefield, an enemy is clear. He stands with this sword and Arhans now where to strike, but inside the place the enemy is not always a person. Sometimes the enemy is grief, sometimes it is jealousy, sometimes it is a fear of losing love, sometimes it is pride. These enemies cannot be defeated by swords. They need patience, wisdom and control. Arhans must understand the heart around him, and without allowing this is hard to damage the state. This is why his leadership is being tested from every side. He must be a commander outside and a protective of order inside. Halim's pain adds another deep emotional layer. She warned about what happened to Darsan, and this news breaks the hope she was holding. Halim was waiting for reunion. She wanted the pain between them and the distance around them to end. But now the possibilities of losing Darsan stand in front of her like a dark wall. For Halim, Darsan is not only a loved man, he is the name of a future she wanted to believe in. When that future becomes uncontained, her heart cannot stay calm. She may try to stand strong in front of others, but inside she is shaking. The fear of losing someone before fully meeting them in one of the hardest points. Her life scenes can be quick but very powerful. She may not shout and create a big scene. Insist her pain may show through her eyes, her slow step, and her broken silence. She may ask for news again and again, even when no one has an answer. She may pray with a trembling voice. She may hold something that remains her of Darsan and feel that the whole world has become empty. The kind of grief because the audience, because it feels real. Not every pain needs loud words. Some pain sit quietly in the heart and make breathing difficult. Live waiting can become one of the most emotional tracks in this section. The possibilities of Darsan martyrdom also remind everyone of the true cost of war. In stories of conquest, victory is often shown with flags, horses, and powerful speeches. But behind every victory, there are people who lost someone. Every warrior has a heart connected to another heart. Every soldier who fell leave a wound somewhere. Halim's pain brings his heart to the front. The coming battle is not only about Arhan defending the Empire of Shahinshah. It is also about whether the people who love the warriors can survive the waiting. This makes the story more human and more touching. As Arhan prepares the army, he also watches the moral of his people. He knows that fear can spread faster than fire. If Persa become afraid, the enemy will gain strength without even entering the city. So Arhan must give courage. He must become his soldier, believe that this battle is not a punishment but a rest. He must remind them that they are not fighting for one man's pride. They are fighting for a state, for a home, for a future where their children can live with honor. This kind of message is important because soldiers need more than weapons. They need meaning. A sword in the hand becomes stronger when the heart now where it is rise. Arhan's speech to his soldier can become a powerful movement. He can remind them that they were once a tribe searching for the homeland, but now their stand has a state. He can tell him that enemies become many when a nation becomes to rise. He can say that fear is natural but surrender is not allowed. He can tell them that the enemy may have numbers, ship and plane, but they are fire, royalty and a case. Such words would not only inspire the soldier, they would also show the audience why Arhans is different from his enemy. He does not simply command men. He connects their heart to a greater dream. The sacred mission toward Krisa Harbor become under the shadow of the night. The path can be written with high tension. The Jewish warriors live quietly without drum and without public praise. The courage is not seen by the crowd, but it may decide the fate of the crowd. They move through dark road, careful not to make noise. Every sound can be dangerous. Every light in the distance can make an enemy guide. They know that if they fail, Arhan's plan will be exposed and the enemy will become even more alert. But none of them turn back. Their reality is stronger than fear. They ride for the state, for their sultan, and for the future of Barsa. When they reach near the harbor, the danger becomes more real. The sharp are there waiting like silent monster. The enemy guard will be working near them, unaware that fire is coming toward their plan. The warriors must move carefully. They cannot attack like they do on an open field. They must think with every step. One warrior may distract the guests, another may prepare the fire, another may watch their capture. Their mission depends on loyalty. If one man can fail, this kind of scene show the bravery as many forms. Sometimes bravery is shooting in battle. Sometimes bravery is holding your breath in the dark while greed stands on one step away. The first flame can begin very small. It may touch the wood quietly, almost like nothing has happened, but then it grows. The wind helps it spread. Another part of the ship catches fire, then another. Suddenly the harbor began to wake up in panic. Guide about, men run with water. The enemy realizes too late that the danger is already inside their one harbor. The ship that they want to carry power now become burning proof of Arhan's mind. The fire rises into the night, and with it the enemy confidence began to fail. This is not only the burning of ship, it is the burning of a plan. The escape from the harbor can be just as dangerous as the fire itself. Once the enemy understands what is happening, then will try to catch the man responsible. Yellow men fly through the smoke. Sword may crash in narrow paths. Some warriors may get wounded. One may nearly be left behind. Another may risk his life to save him. This gives the missions emotional value. It should not feel easy. Victory becomes meaningful when the audience sees the prize behind him. Arhan's men do not succeed because the enemy is weak. They succeed because they are ready to give everything. When the news reaching Arhan, he does not become careless. He may feel relief, but he now the battle is not over. A great leader does not celebrate after one successful move when the main danger is still standing. The burning ship gives him an advantage, but now he must use that advantage quickly. The enemy will be confused for the short time. They will blame each other. They will lose their perfect timing. But confusion does not last forever. Arhans must strike before the enemy be rebuild order. This is where his relationship become clear again. He understands that victory is not one action. Victory is using every action at the right moment. Shensha's anger after the harbor fire can become unforgettable. He may shout at this man and blame the imperial side. He may feel insulted because Arhan has destroyed part of the plane before the war truly began. For a proud man like Shensha, this is not only a military loss, it is a personal humiliation. He wanted to trap Arhans, but now Arhans has showing that he can reach the enemy hidden strength. Shensha's anger may push him to attack faster than planned. This is exactly the kind of mistake Arhans can use. Anger makes a man move, but it does not always let him see where he is going. The imperial commander may also become disturbed. They thought their ships were strengthening their position. Now those ships are burning and their men are asking who is happening. The speaker entered their camp. Was there a surprise? Did Shah fail to protect the plant? Did the Ottoman side now too much? Questions like this can hurt the army before the battle starts. Soldiers become nervous when they feel their leader are not in control. This is Arhan's a hidden victory. He has not only damaged sheep, he has placed doubt inside the enemy camp. Doubt can weaken the strongest wall. The battle that follows become a test for everyone. Arhan's soldiers entered the field with fresh courage. Before they know their Sultan plan has worked. They have seen that the enemy is not untouchable. Their heart becomes stronger. Shah men, however, fight under pressure. Their leader is anger. An angry leader often forces the men into dangerous moves. The Emperor side fight with discipline, but their confidence has been shaken on the field. This is confidence begun to show. Arhan's army may not be the largest, but it moves with purpose. The enemy may have number, but numbers are not enough when the heart is not steady. Arhan watches the battlefield carefully. He does not let the noise confuse him. Dust rise, aloft fly, horses run, and men shoot, but Arhan's eyes search for the weak point. He sees where Shah pushes too hard. He sees where the employer line slowed down. He understands that the enemy is not moving as one body anymore. This is the movement he was waiting for. A normal warrior may only see the fight in front of him, but a commander sees the whole field. Arhan does not waste this advantage. He gives the order at the right time, and his men move with power. Shah may try to break Arhan's line with the flank attack. His sword may be strong and his anger may make him dangerous, but his anger also make him predictable. Arhan's now the Shah want a quick result. He now that Shah want to prove himself in front of everyone, so Arhan can allow him to believe that he is gaining ground, then close the around them. This won't be a perfect way to defeat a man like Shah. You did not only fight his army, you fight his pride. You let his pride pull him into the place where he become weak. If Arhan and Shah face each other directly, his conversation can be full of fire. Shah may accuse Arhan of taking everything, of standing above others, of making himself the only name of power. Arhan's answer should be calm and strong. He can say that power is not justified by jealousy and a state is not ruled by betrayal. He can tell Shah that a man who burned every road for his one ambition, who one day be left with nothing but actions. This kind of dialogue will show the difference between them clearly. Shah speak them greed, Arhan speak from responsibilities. Meanwhile, Avinash fight with the memory of Fatma in his heart. Her pain has not left him. Her word, her silence, and the hope between them all become part of his courage. He wants to return not only as a savior who served, but as a man who can complete an unfinished love. This makes his battlefield scene more emotional. Very danger around him feels personal because the audience now Fatma is waiting with a great heart that he has just started to open again. If Avinash is placed in danger, the tension becomes stronger. The audience will fear that fate may separate them against just what hope has returned in the place. Fatma waits with quick fear. She may try to act strong, but every sound from outside can shake her. She may remember Avinash's face before he left. She may regret not saying more. He is the pain of unfinished work. People often think they have time, but for teaching them, the time is never. Fatma may understand this deeply now. Her pride is still there, but fear began to soften it. She may realize that love kept behind silence can become a lifelong regret if the person does not return. This makes her emotional journey more powerful. Nullifer pain continues in another corner of the place. After confronting Asperka, she may finally break down alone in front of other. Anger protects her, but once she is alone, anger fell away and grief remains. She may remember Daphne as a sister, not only as a person connected to problem, childhood memory, old laughter, old fight, and old promise may come back to her. This makes her sorrow deeper. Losing someone does not remember, remembering only their mistakes. The heart brings back another. Nullifer grief is another. There is a simple river. It is a heavy mix of love, anger, regret, and repentance. Asperka may also be along with her thoughts. She may feel that no matter what happens, Nullifer will never look at her without hate. She may wonder whether she can ever truly belong in his place. Her pride keeps her standing, but pride can also be lonely. She may tell herself that Vikan is not alone, but cause it she now weakness, other will crush her. This can make Asperka colder and more determined. Her conflict with Nullifer may therefore become more dangerous in the future. Both movements are being pushed by pain into stronger position, and one too stronger between pain collide. Peace become very difficult. Line waiting become more painful as wounded man and a messenger begin to return. Every new face make her heart jump. Every answerable question break her a little more. She may ask about Darsan, about people may avoid her eyes because they do not know what to say. The uncertain is torture, a clear truth even it painful. At least end the waiting but are continually keep the heart trapped. Life may feel as if she is standing between life and death with no road forward. Her life for Darsan become a prayer, a fear and a wound at the same time. If news comes that Darsan may still be alive but in great danger, Lime hopes will return it pain. Hopes can heal but it can only about hurt. But cause it make the heart wait again. She may beg for someone to bring him back. She may want to go herself. Even it everyone stop her. This wound show the depth of her love. She is not only a woman waiting quietly, she is a woman whose heart is ready to cross fire for the man she loves, but the world around her may not allow it. This creates emotional and keeps her track strong. On the battlefield, the enemy began to lose. Arhan's plans has worked and his soldiers pushed forward with confidence. The Imperial side tried to hold formation, but Shansha aggression moves create disorder. When two sides do not trust each other, every mistake becomes larger. One group may move too fast, another may move too slow, another commander may wait for help that does not come, another may attack without support. Arhan sees this is gap and uses them. This is how a smaller or more pressure force can defect a larger plane. It is always about strength. Sometimes it is about timing. The battle become one of the biggest tests for Arhan's army. They must fight on more than one front and still remain united. They must tread the order even when the field looks chaotic. This strength comes from Arhan's leadership. He has not built loyalty with empty words. He has built it through action, sacrifice and visions. His men believe that he does not send them into danger without reason. They know that he carries this state in his heart. The belief keeps them steady without fear. Rises a leader who learns this kind of loyalty becomes very different of defect. When Arhan pushes the enemy back, it is not only a military victory, it is a message. It tells the Emperor that the Ottoman state cannot be stopped without all method. It tells Hinsha with that betrayal cannot defect purpose. It tells Barsa that their Sultan is not built to danger. It tells Arhan's own men that their sacrifices are moving their state forward. Every victory creates a newer level of trust between the ruler and his people. This is why the result of this battle matters so much. It is not only about surviving, about attract. It is about proving that Arhan can lead through the hardest storm. After the battle, the field does not become happy at once. Victory has its one silence. The dust settles. The wounded call for help. The battery are found. The soldiers who survived look for their friends. Some smile with relief while others carry beside fallen brother. Arhan swallows through his scene with a heavy heart. He knows that they won, but he sees also the cost. A ruler who celebrates without seeing the cost becomes cruel. Arhan is not the kind of ruler. He understands that every has given a piece of life to this state. He must honor his team, remember them, and make sure that their sacrifice becoming a step forward toward a greater future. When the news of victory reaches Barsa, the cities breathe again. People thank Allah and cry with relief, but the joy is not the same in every house. Some people relieve their loved one back, some receive wounds, some receive silence. These mixed feelings make the victory more real. A city can celebrate and mourn at the same time. The place also wants for personal answer. Fatma wait for Avrinus, Lime wait for Darsan, Nullifer carries deafening pain, Sparna carries the weight of association. Arhan may return at the Sultan, but the place is still full of unfinished emotions. If Avrinus returns alive, Fatma faces the show the truth she tried to hide. She may not turn to him openly, but her eyes will revert her relief. Avrinus will understand that her heart still cares. This moment can be soft, quick and beautiful. He may stand before her confession mind wounded by battle, and she may forget her anger for 1 second. That 1 second can say more than a long confession. Their love is still not fully heated, but it is a breathing again. The audience will feel that their story is moving toward reunion, but slowly and with respect for the pain they suffered. Lime's situation may remain uncurtained if the son does not return with the other. The fear will grow even more. She may see other women welcoming their loved one and feel her one heart breaking. The happiness of others can become painful when their one answer is missing. If someone finally brings news, the place will hold its breath whether the news is hope or heartbreak. Lime's reactions will become unforgettable. Her love has reached a point where it can no longer stay in the background. It now demands an answer from fate. Nullifer and Spurka can meet again after the battle, but the air between them will still be cold. Victory outside does not end grief inside. Nullifer's sister is still gone. Spurka is still the person Nullifer blamed expert. Perhaps may have seen the trade for the enemy, but saving peace inside the peace will take longer. This is why their story should not be quick easily. Their conflict become a long emotional and political thread. It can affect relationship, decision, and the balance of power in the place. Sometimes the quick war after a battlefield victory are even harder than the belief itself. Arhan's next target becomes the final strong point of this section. After defeated a great danger, he does not sit back in comfort. He began to look forward again. This shows the real nature of his leadership. He does not fight only to defect and what he has. He fights to open new roads. Every victory gives him a new horizon. Every enemy he defeats proved that the state can move futures. His eyes now turn toward a greater direction, and his new target can open a new fresh chapter. For the Ottoman future, the audience should feel experiment because Orni journey is not slowing down, it is becoming bigger. This new direction also scares the enemy who remain. They may understand that even after facing two armies, places, pain and betrayal, Arhan is still not broken. In fact, he is stronger. A leader who survives such a storm becomes more dangerous because his people believe in him more deeply. His enemy not now that trapping him is not easy. They tried to close him, but between forces he built their plan, fought their armies, and keep his state alive. The kind of victory become a story that spread mouth of mouth. People began to say that Arhan does not only survive danger, he uses danger to climb higher. The emotional ending should show Arhan standing above Barka or looking toward the open road behind him in a city safe from fire. Around him are people who trust him. Inside the place are wounds that still need healing. In front of him is a new target that may change history. This image captures the whole meaning of this section. Arhan is not free from pain, but he is moving forward. He is knowing without enemies, but he is well upright. He is not without family trouble, but he now this state cannot wait for every heart to heal before taking the next step. Leadership means moving forward while still crying pain. In this section, Kurus Arhans can show its strongest side by mixing war with emotions. The burning of the ship gives action and strategy. The battle gives power and excitement. Fatma and Evrinus give love and healing. Nullifer and Spurka give less tension. Lime and Darsa give heartbreak and fear. Shahinsha give abandon and betrayal. The Emir give political danger, and Sultan Arhans connect all this thread as a leader standing in the center of the storm. The balance makes the story rich. It is not a battle episode, it is a turning point for every heart. The reaction can end with the strong life of feeling. The enemies thought they had surrounded Arhans, but they only pushed him to reveal a sharper side of his mind. They thought two enemies would make him weak, but he turned their one plane into smoke. They thought Barsa would trouble, but Barsa stayed behind his sultan. They thought betrayal would break the state, but loyalty unstable louder. Now the road ahead is wider, the target is stronger, the Arhan's name carries even more weight. The storm has not ended forever, but this stream has showing one clear to Sultan Arhan is not walking behind history, he is riding forward to write it. In this section of Clueless Arhans, the story should move with a deeper feeling because the war is no longer outside the wall. The wall has entered the mind of the soldier, the heart of the woman, the silence of the place, and the future dream of Versa. Sultan Arhans has already understand the enemy does not want a simple fight. They want to break the confidence, divide his strength, and make his one people question wherever he can protect them. But Arhans is not standing at the beginning of his journey anymore. He has seen betrayal, loss, pressure, and the heavy price of leadership. He knows that every enemy who come against him is not only trying to defect his army, they are trying to stop the rise of a state. This is why Arhan's answer must also be bigger than one battle. His answer must becoming a message to every enemy watches from near to far. The enemy things have created a perfect trap. The Emperor is moving with the pride of all power, while Shansha is moving with the hunger of a man who cannot accept Arhan's choice. One side has soldiership and confidence, the other side has anger, betrayal, and desire to take what does not belong to him. Together they believe they can force Arhans into a corner. They imagine he is surrounded, confused, and forced to take the mistake. But their plan has one weakness. They both want Arhans to fall, yet they do not truly trust each other. The Imperial sees Shansha has a useful tool, not as an equal. Shansha sees the Imperial has a temporary hand, not as a true ally. Their agreement is built on need, not reality, and any agreement built without reality can break at the first sign of fear. Understand the weakness very clearly. He knows that the enemy's returns look large from outside, but inside it is a full of cracks. A wise ruler does not always attract the strongest wall. He searches for a crack but can bring the wall down. This is exactly what Appan began to do. He does not waste his mind only counting the enemy soldier. He studied their movement, their fear, their timing, and their pride. He knows that the ships at Krisa Harbor are the heart of their incoming move. If those ships leave the harbor, the enemy can open a new road of pressure. But if these ships are burned before they sail, the enemy plane will lose its, and once rhythm is broken, even a large army can begin to struggle. This is why the Krisi Harbor's plan become one of the most important parts of our strategy. It is not only an attack on ship, it is an attack on the enemy confidence. Those ships are crying more than the soldier and weapons. They are crying the enemy believe that they are control the war. Arhans want to destroy the belief before the battlefield fully open. He want to enemy to wake up and see their message. Hidden strength has turned into smoke. She wants them to ask how she reached the harbor, who give him the information, and where he will strictness. Question like this is weaken an enemy before this word even touches flesh. This is the kind of war Arhans is learning to fight. He is not only floating bodies, he is fighting mind. Bursa want under this heavy shadow. The city has been many hard day, but this moment feel different. They feel now that the coming flight will not be small. Every family member feels sometime important is about to happen. The men who can fight prepare their weapons, the women prepare supplies and pray quietly, the elders speak with serious faces remembering the old days while the tribe had little but fight and courage. Now that simple spirit is needed again, but the responsibility is bigger. Barsa is not only a place on the map, it is the heart of Arhan's rules. If fear enters Barsa, the enemy will gain strength. If hope remains alive in Barsa, Arhan's army will carry that hope into battle. The place also feels this pressure. It may look strong from outside, but inside it is full of emotion that can break heart at moment. Fatma return has brought joy, yet joy does not erase pain completely. Her return brings a festival-like feeling to the place for a short time because everyone feared it. The world war before departed, but Fatma's heart is still not fully at rest. She has returned safely, but she has returned with memories, fear, and unfinished feeling. Her story with Avrinus is standing at the delicate point. The truth about Avrinus gives her life a chance to breathe again. But it cannot repair everything at once. A wounded hair does not become whole simply because the truth arrives. Sometimes truth comes late, and by the time it arrives, pain has already built a wall. Avrinus now that Fatma still carries that wall inside her. He may be innocent, but innocence does not remove the sadness she suffered. He cannot ask her to forget every tired. He cannot stand before her and say that everything should return to normal in one moment. If he truly loved her, he must respect her pain. This makes their story emotional and mature. Everyone has to prove himself, not with big word patience. Fatma had to decide whatever had hard to breathe enough to trust again. Their love is not a weak, but it is tired, and a tired love needs careful hand, not force. If everyone pushes too much, Fatma may step back. If Fatma hides too much, she may lose the train her dictionary has given up. A quick scene between them can carry great power. Fatma may stand near a window looking at Barsa preparing for war while Avinash enters slowly. He does not come like a man demanding forgiveness. He comes like a man who now is standing before the heart by heart. Even if he never wanted to hurt it, Fatma may not turn toward him at first. She may say that turn has come because the pain did not leave with it. Avinash may answer that he knows this and he will not ask her to forgive before her heart is ready. This kind of answer can soften Fatma because it does not pressure her. If give her space in love, sometimes space before the first step toward return. But what does not give people enough time to speak slowly. Avinash may have to write out again, and this makes Fatma's heart shake. When someone you love is going into danger, pride starts to lose its strength. Words that were held back suddenly become heavy. Fatma may realize that if Avinash does not return, her silence will become a long life regret. She may still not confuse everything openly, but she can give him one stance that carries hope. She can tell him that he must return because there are still words between them, that they were never complete. For Avinash, this one line can be stronger than their armor. He tells him that Fatma's heart has not closed completely. He tells him that love is still alive, even if wounded. Fatma was moved between pain and hope. Nullifer is pulled into a darker emotional place. The news about Daphne opened a wound that cannot be hidden. Daphne may not have been innocent in every action, and her choices may have brought trouble, but she was still Nullifer's sister. Family pain is never simple. A person can be angry at sometimes and still break when they lose them. Nullifer's grief is full of contradictions. She may remember Daphne's mistake, but she also remembers their bond. She may feel anger, but beneath the anger is sorrow. She may want justice, but she also wants someone to understand that she has lost a part of her blood. The pain turned toward Asperka because Nullifer already sees her as a thread inside the place. Daphne lost gold, all wound a new voice. Nullifer may feel that Asperka's presence has brought unrest into her life from the beginning. She may feel that her place, her respect, and her peace have all been challenged. Now, with Daphne gone, all of that pain become one fire. She does not approach Asperka only on love sister. She appreciates her as the woman who believed too much has been taken from her. This makes Nullifer dangerous because she is no longer speaking carefully. Grief has taken away her fear of consequence. Asperka, however, will not accept being touched under Nullifer's anger. She has not lived with judgment. She knows that many eyes in the place have watched there without suspicion. She knows that Nullifer's heart has never accepted her fully. If she born now, she may never be able to stand again. So Asperka answers strongly. She may say that grief does not give Nullifer the right to throw every blame on her. She may remind her the pain cannot become a sword against another person's dignity. Their word can cut deeply because both women are speaking from real wound. Nullifer has lost, Asperka has rejected. Nullifer has grieved, Asperka has prayed. When grief and prayer meet, peace becomes very difficult. This place conflict is dangerous for our hands because it comes at the exact time where unity is needed most. A place divided by jealousy, pain, and associations can become a hidden gift for the enemies outside. Arhans now this. He can fight Shansha on the field, but how can we feel the sorrow inside Nullifer's heart? He can burn the sheep at the harbor, but how can we burn the mistrust growing between the women of this house? This is why his leadership is being tested into different world. On the battlefield, he must be strong and fast. In the place, he must be patient and wise. If he handle one side very well and fight on the other, the victory may still feel incomplete. Lime track adds another soft but painful layer to this section. The question of Darsan fate hang over her like a dark cloud. She was waiting for love, but now she waits for news. This is a big difference between two kind of waiting. Waiting for love is full of dream. Waiting for news about a battle is full of fear. Every sound become important, every phrase become a possible answer. Halim may look at the gate again and again, hoping someone will come with a sign that Darsan is alive, but no clear answer come easy. The unknown become a person for her heart. Halim's pain should be shown in a simple way because simple pain often feels the most real. She does not need long speeches. He may sit alone, holding some time the remain her for Darsan. She may remember his word, his smile, or the quiet movement when hope felt close. She may whisper his name as he is saying it can bring him back. She may ask Allah to protect him, but her voice may break before the prayer is finished. This kind of scene can touch the audience because it shows the cost of war, short one moment, heart. Great battles are not only measured to land gained or enemy defected, they are also measured by the tears of those who wait. Darsan or contained fat can also affect Arhan's emotional burden. Arhan's now that teach virus is not just a number. Every man who read under his manner carries someone hope. If Darsan is lost, Slime's word may break. If Darsan is wounded, his pain become part of the price of the war. If Darsan is alive, become trapped. Arhans may have to choose between military need and personal issue. Such choices are true, but they are part of leadership. A rule is often forced to choice while using other hurt anyone. Arhan's greatness will not come from avoiding pain, it will come from crying pain and still protected the state. At night, covered the land, Arhan's choices men began moving toward Carissa harbor. This mission must feel silent, sharp and full of danger. There are no loud drum, no public speech, no shining banner. The men live like shadows. Their horses move fearfully, their faces are serious. They know that they not be returned. They may that if the enemy discovered them, they will die far from the price of the battlefield, but they also that their missions can serve many lives. Sometimes the greater courage is not seen by the crowd. Sometimes history changed because a new brave man walked into darkness while everyone slept. The road of the harbor should feel tense. Every tree can hide an enemy. Every shoot can reveal them. The men must avoid patrol, cross difficult ground, and keep their fire material safe. They cannot afford fire, but they also cannot afford carelessness. One of them may think of his family. Another may silently pay, another may remember Arhan's order and hold it close like a trust. This mission is not only about obeying a command, it is about believing in a vision. They are going to burn the enemy ship because they believe Sultan Arhan's road must remain open. Their own lives are small compared to the future they are trying to protect. When they reach the harbor, the ships appear in the darkness. They stand on the water like sleeping beasts. The enemy believe these ships will help trap Arhan, but they do not now that Arhan's fire has already reached their door. The guide may be walking there. The ships release but alert. The mission become very dangerous here. The varys cannot rush. They must wait for the right moment. When wrong step can turn the plan into disaster, the audience should feel the presence of every breath, a small noise, a moving shadow, a sudden shot from the guide. Anyone can break the mission. This is where the episode can create strong suspense. The first flame should come like a secret. It starts small, almost invisible. A piece of cloth catching fire, then dry wood accept it. Then anyone part began to burn. For a moment the fire looked weak, but then the wind helped it rise. The flame climbed higher, smoke spread. The guide noticed too late. Panic began. Men shoot across her harbor. Water is through, but the fire is already moving faster than fear. Soon these ships are burning and the enemy plane is turning into ashes. This movement should feel powerful because it's the moment Arhan's mind strikes the enemy before its word does. But the mission is not finished just because the ships are burning. Now the men must escape. The enemy will search for them with range. Arrow may cut through the smoke. Sword may meet in the darkness. One warrior may be injured and another may refuse to leave him behind. This can show her the loyalty among Arhan's men. They are not only soldiers, they are brothers of the same case. If one fails, the another feel it. If one is trapped, the other is themselves. The brotherhood is one of reason Arhan's army stands strong. It is not held together order by order. It is held together by fight, friendship and shared sacrifice. When the fire at Krisa Harbor became visible from far away, the enemy's heart began to shake. The Imperial side is shocked because the shard was exposed to be protected. Shansha became furious because his attack damaged the plane he was depending on. Each side began to blame the other. This is exactly when Arhans wanted. The burning ship created more than material loss. They create suspicion who failed, who was careless, who knew about the plan. When this is questions under an army, unity began to break, and when unity break, even strong soldiers start looking over their shoulder. The Imperial side is different. The Imperial does not carry Shansha personal hatred, but he carries Imperial fears. He understands that Arhan's rise is not a temporary problem. The Ottoman state is growing into a force that can change the region. Bursa is no longer only a city, it is a political game. It is a center of new power. Arhan's vision is not limited to holding what he already has. He is always looking toward the next target. They threaten the old ruler because they understand that a leader with vision is harder to stop than a leader. Only anger burns fast, but vision keep moving. The Imperial want to slow Arhan before his threat becomes too strong to control. This is why he brings a large force and trying to place pressure from one side while Shahanshah attacked from the other. But Arhan's answer is not fair. His answer is propagation. He gathers his commanders and studies the situation carefully. He does not waste time with empty pride. He does not say that the enemy is weak just to comfort his men. A true leader does not lie to his soldiers before battle. He tells them danger is real, but courage must be greater. Arhan's now the enemy army is real. He now their pain is serious. He now the ship at a harbor can create a new disaster if they are not stopped. But he also know that large enemies can be confused, strong plane can be broken, and proud enemy can make mistake. His task is to find the point where the enemy plan is most sensitive. The point is the sharp. If he burns them, the enemy confidence will shake. The scene of planning can be one of the strongest moments. Imagine Arhan standing before a map with his trusted men around him. The room is quiet, no one speaks without purpose. Arhan points toward the harbor and explains that whose ship must not move. The men understand at once this is a dangerous mission. Some may ask how they can reach the ship before the enemy notice. Others may worry about the guide and the timing, but Arhan's eyes remains firm. He has already thought about the danger. He does not choose this pain because it is easy. He chooses it because it can change everything. He tells his men this sometime a state is protecting not by 1,000 swords in an open field, but by a few brave hearts moving in darkness. The line of thought show Arhan growth. He is becoming the kind of ruler who understands many phases of war. He can fight in front, but he can also plan for behind. He can rise smaller, but he can also hide these moves until the right time. He does not need to prove bravery by rushing into every danger himself. He proves leadership by placing each man where he can serve the victory best. This is not weakness, this is maturity. Our young warriors want to be seen. A real ruler wants this state to survive. Arhan has moved from one stage to the next. He is no longer only Usman Bey's son. He is becoming Sultan. Arhan can become a deep emotional force here. Arhan carries his father's dream in every decision. When he stands before Bursa, when he plans against the Imperial, when he faces Shansha. He is also speaking silently to the recently left behind. Usman Bey built the foundation with sacrifice. Now Arhan must expert it with Backstrom. He cannot fail because failure will not be only personal, it will be a wound to the dream that many people died for. This doubt gives Arhan strength, but it can also give him pressure. A man with no legacy can make mistake and disappear. A man carrying a great legacy knows that every mistake will be remembered. Arhans accept this burden because they understand the history is not written by those who seek comfort. In the place, Fatma and Avrinus may share a moment that shows the pain of late truth. Avrinus may stand before has not as a warrior, not as a man trying to defend his honor, but as someone asked for a chain to be hired. Fatma may not easy for him, she may ask why. Every dot between them meaningful of suffering. She may ask why happiness had to come after tears. Happiness may not have perfect answers. Sometimes love does not have answer for everyone. Sometimes all it can offer is truth and presence. He may tell her that he never wanted her heart to carry doubt. He may say that even when the world stop against him, he love remember again. Fatma may listen, but listening is not the same as forgiving. Her silence will show that her heart is fighting inside. This scene should not be rushed. It should breathe. The audience must feel the weight of their journey. Fatma can turn away because looking at Avrinus may weaken her anger. Avrinus can take one step forward, the step because he does not want to force her. This distance between them because the whole story of their love, they are close enough to feel each other but still separated by pain. Then perhaps Fatma says sometimes simple but powerful that a great one's broken fear even at the hand. Here it awareness to understand he does not anger, he accepts her fear. That acceptance may be the first step forward healing because sometimes a wounded heart begins with trust not when someone gives big promise but when someone finally understands its pain. Nullify and Asperger confrontation can turn in sharp contrast to its where Fatma and Avrinus speak with control pain, Nullify and Asperger may speak with open fire, Nullify a grip often deafen, give her word a burning edge. She may say that Asperger revolt has brought nothing but storm to the place. Asperka may answer that Nullifer has never seen her with fair eyes. Nullifer may accuse her of feeling behind Arhan's protection. Asperka may answer that she stands on her own strength now. The women around them may freeze because everyone understands this is more than an argument. This is a breaking point. If no one stops, then the place may devise deeper. Malhan Hatun, it present in such a movement, can become the voice of wisdom. She now better than anyone that a place cannot survive it. Every pain become a public fire. She has been wired, birth, that and the rise of a state. She understands the heart of movement, but she also understands the need of power. She may tell Nullifer the grief is real, but justice cannot be replaced by blind anger. She may tell Asperka the bright product dictionary, but too much pride can make a person alone. Such words may calm the room of a movement, but they will not rise the conflict. The tension between Nullifer and Asperka is now too deep. It will return again because the root is still alive. Halim grief may become stronger as the war preparation grow louder. Every warrior preparing to leave remind her of Darsans. Every horse saddle, every sword belt, every farewell in the counter cut her arts. She may look at the face of men who are ready to die and wonder where Darsan is among along. If he lives somewhere wounded but breathing, is he captured? Is he already beyond return? This question can destroy peace. She may go to a quiet place and pray with tears. Her prayer may not be full of a big word. It may be simple. Let him return or give him strength if he cannot. This simplicity makes this scene more painful because real grief does not always speak beautifully, it speaks honestly. The coming battle also gives Arhans a chance to test the loyalty of his commander. In danger time, true faces appear. Some men show courage, some show fear, some show hidden ambition. Arhans must watch carefully. He cannot afford betrayal now. Shansha action already proved that blood and closeness do not always mean loyalty. A state grows strong not only by defecting outside enemy but by cleaning weaken inside its circle. Arhan may start noticing who speak with fight and who speak with doubt. He may remember every face, every hesitation, every offer. A ruler must listen not only to work but also to lessons. Sometimes silence reveals more than speech. Sansa, meanwhile, may believe that Arhans is under pressure and close to making a mistake. This belief can become his biggest mistake. When arrogant people think their enemy is afraid, they stop being careful. Shansha may push his men harshly, thinking speed will break Arhans. He may promise victory before the battle starts. He may speak with pride, saying that Arhans will be crushed between two sides. His men may care, but some among them may still feel doubt. They know Arhans is not an easy enemy. They have seen him survive trap before. They have seen him turn weakness his strength. But in front of Shansha, no one dare speak their fight. This is another weakness in Shansha leadership. When men are afraid to tell the truth to their leader, disaster comes closer. The imperial commander may also feel confident because of their number and sheep. This may believe that once that fleet moves and the army advances, Arhans will have no place to escape. They may think the Ottoman side is brave but limited. This kind of thinking is dangerous because it underestimates fight and strategy. The Imperial may understand Arhan's battle than some of his men do, but even the may not guess the exact streak coming toward the harbor. He may accept Arhan's to defend, not to attack fresh in such a hidden way. That is Arhan's advantage. The enemy is looking at the battlefield, but Arhan is looking at the road before the battlefield. When the secret mission began, the episode can attract strong suspense. The man chooses for the harbor plan have quietly. No drum, no public farewell, no bright banners, only shadow, low lustre, and the sound of horses moving away from Barsa. The kind of scene can be more excited than a loud battle because the danger is hidden. The audience know that they cannot be crouched, everything can fail. They may travel through a different road, avoiding enemy patrol. They may see the harbor from a distance with taking like dark monster on the water. The sea may be calm, but the heart of the man will not be calm. Now they are not only crying fire, they are crying Arhan's hopes. At the same time, Arhan prepared the main army. He now the timing must be perfect. If ships burn too early, the enemy may change plan before Arhan is ready. If they burn too late, the enemy may already move. The whole plane depends on rhythm, like a strong streak that must land at the exact moment. Arhan's eyes may stay on the horizon, waiting for the sign. Every moment of waiting is heavy. His commander may look toward him for order. He may not speak much. His silence will show his mind is working. A leader waiting for the right time must have more patience than a warrior to attack. Arhans has that patience. Inside Barsa, the people may hear only pieces of news. They may not know the full plan, but they can feel something is happening. This uncontainedly created fires, but also fights. Some people may gather near the mosques. Some may prepare water and clothe wounded soldiers. Some may offer food to warriors before they leave. Children may watch their father with innocent eyes, not fully understanding why the adult looks so serious. This small human detail makes the story stronger. A great battle is not only commanders and map, it is also the child holding his father's sleeves, the mother hiding buried in her son a bag, the old man placing his eyes on a warrior a shield and praying for him. Fatma may watch Adonis prepare for duty and feel her heart shake. If he must write out then their unfinished conversation before more painful, she may want to stop them, but she knows she cannot. A warrior belongs not only to love but also to duty. This is the one of the truth of their world. Fatma may finally say sometime. They give him hope, no give forgiveness, but a sign that the door is not closed. She may tell him to return early because there are still word love between them. For everyness, this may be enough, not a full promise, not a full union, but a reason to survive. Sometimes one small sentence can carry a man through war. Limes may have a similar scene, but without the comfort of seeing Darsan before her. Her pain is not known. The unknown is sometimes moves the bad news because it keeps the heart trapped between hope and fear. If she heard that some readers may search for Darsans or bring news, her eyes may fill with despair hopes. She may ask them to look carefully to bring any sign, any word, any piece of truth. This shows how love clings to even the smallest possibilities. The audience will feel her helplessness because she cannot ride into a battlefield himself. She can only wait, and waiting in such a story is it called for more suffering. The harbor mission can then reach its most dangerous moment. The chosen man may approach the ship under cover of darkness. The guard may be more alert than expected. A sound may nearly expose them. One man may have a silence a guard quickly, another may prepare the fire materials. The sea wind may either help them or betray them. If the wind carries the flame well, the ship will burn fast. If it chain reaction, smoke may reveal them too soon. Every small detail matters. This kind of suspense keeps the audience close to the scene. They know that of suspense keep the audience close to the scene. They know that the success of this mission can save many lives in the incoming battle. When the first frame catches, it may seem small at first. A thin line on fire on woods, almost harmless, but then it spread. Another frame rise, then another. Soon the harbor began to glow with red light. Guide, short bells or warning sound may break the night. Men run in public. The ships that were meant to carry danger toward Arhans become trapped in her fire. The enemy trying to throw water, but the frame move faster. Smoke covered the harbor. The mission team must escape through chaos. Some may fight their way out, some may be wounded, one may nearly fall behind. This scene can show sacrifice without slowing the pace. The audience should feel the victory comes with risk, no ice. When news reaches Arhan that the ships are burning, his eyes may show satisfactions but no celebrations. A wise leader does not celebrate before the whole war is finished. He knows this is only the first round given to the enemy. The main battle still waits, but the burning harbor gives him the movement he needs. The enemy plan is no longer clean. Their time is broken. Their confidence is shaken. Arhans can now move with greater strength. He can tell his men that the enemy wanted to surround them, but Allah opened the road. He can turn the fire at the harbor into fire inside his soldier hearts. Moral is a weapon and Arhans knows how to use it. Shansha's reaction to the burning ship can be full of rage. He may blame the imperial man for weakness. The imperial commander may blame Shahinshah for careless coordinations. Their alliance began to crack. This is exactly when Arhans wasted. When enemies start blaming each other before battle, half of their defeat has already begun. Shahinshah may demand immediate attack to cover the shame. The imperial side may want to recognize false. Different mind create delay, late or Arhans understand that the best moment to strike is when the enemy is angry, confused, and not moving has one body. The battle preparation then reached their peak. Arhans tried before his men. His presence gives them courage. He does not need to speak for the long time, but his word must be strong. He can remind them they were once a tribe searching for the safe home and now they stand at the state that enemy fears. He can tell them that the enemy see their number but not their fight. He can say that this word in their hand is not only iron, it is the trust of their father and the future of their children. Such words can shift the soldier because they connect the battle to something larger than survival. Men fight harder when they believe their fight has meaning. The open battle against Shahinshah and the imperial force can that begin with great energy. Dust rises under horses, arrow cut the hair, shield crushed. The sound of war filled the battlefield, Arhan's army moved with discipline, not with anger. This discipline is important because their faces threat from more than one side. If one line breaks, the enemy can battle. If one commander acts too early, the plan can fail. Arhans must guard everything while fighting the presence of a movement. A battlefield is full of noise, but a commander must share the hidden rhythm inside the noise. Arhans listen to that. He says where Shinsha pushed too hard. He sees where the imperial side. He waits for the gap. Shinsha may arrive like a man possessed by revenge. His mistake can be fierce, but they may lack patience. He wants Arhan's defect to happen quickly because his pride needs immediate satisfaction. This makes him dangerous in the first week but weaker in a long battle. Arhans can use this. He can allow Shensha to believe he around, then pull him into a position where escapes become hard, the kind of strategy won't fit Arhan's mind. He does not find Shinsha only with strength, he fights his characters. He knows Shinsha's anger will make him chase, so Arhans give him some time to chase, then at the right moment the trap closes. The Imperial soldier may fight with order, but their hearts are shaken by the harbor fires. Some may wonder whether more Ottoman plans are hidden around them. Some may fear that their retreat road isn't safe. Fear does not always make men run at once. Sometimes it simply makes their hands slower, their eyes uncertain, and their step weaker. Arhansmen, on the other hand, fight with fresh confidence. They know their sultan plans has worked. They know the enemy is not unbeatable. The difference is spirit can decide the battle. Two armies may carry similar weapons, but the army with stronger belief often strike harder. During the choice, personal movement can happen on the field. Everyness may fight with special identity because he has something to return to. Fatma's word may stay in his mind. He may remember that she told him there were still words left between them. The memory became a cheer for his heart. He fought not only to survive but to reach that unfinished conversation. This gives his action emotional meaning. If he is wounded or placed in danger, the audience will feel fair because his love story has just found hope again. The writer can use this tension to keep the emotional side connected with the battlefield. Arhans may also fail Shahinshah directly or come close to doing so. Such a phase of world be powerful because their flight is personal and political. Shahinshah may accuse Arhans of stealing power, of standing in a place of does not deserve, of bonding his ruler on other losers. Arhan's answer should be calm but strong. He does not need to scream. He can say that power is only taken by greed. It is carried of those who can protect the people. He can tell Shansha that a man who burned everything for ambition will one day stand alone in his ashes. This kind of dialogue will show Arhan's moral strength. He does not only defect Shahinshah with a sword, he defects the meaning of Shahinshah ambitions. If Shahinshah begins to lose control, his one man may start to fear the result. Some may continue fighting because they have no choice, others may look for escapes. This shows the weekend of rule burnt on fire when victory seems near. Fearless flower about lightly. When defect come close, they disappear quickly. Arhan smells now because their loyalty is deeper. This contrast can make Shinsha can feel neutral. This is not defected only by Arhan's army. He is defected by the of his one part. Back in Bursa, Nullifer and Sparker conflict may continue in a but shorter way. After their open confrontation, both may hurry to their one spaces, but neither escapes. Nullifer may cry for deafen in private, after away from the eye from the place. This is important because grief need a place where anger fell away and only pain remain. In public, she may be strong and sharp. In private, she is a sister who has lost someone. This makes her more human. Asperka may also be alone, thinking about how every step she takes becomes the reason for people to attract her. She may feel that she must become harder if she wants to survive, but the harder she becomes, the more Nullifer see her as the threat. This circle can keep their alive. Lime waited can reach an unbearable point where wounded men begin to reach or return or message come from the field. Each returning soldier may make their jump. She may search every faces hoping to see Darsan. If she does not see him, her fear grows. If someone avoids her eyes, she becomes even more afraid. The moment before truth away is often the most painful moment. The audience will stay with her because they also want to know Darsan. So fight. If the news is good, it will bring relief. If it is bad, it will break the emotional center of the story. Either way, Lime's reaction will be important. The war may turn slowly in Arhan's favor after the harbor fire and battlefield strategy. The enemy who wanted to trap him now began to feel trapped themselves. Their coordination weakens, their anger increases, their confidence falls. Arhan presses at the right time. He does not waste the advantage. He knows that in battle and apparently can disappear in one breath. When the enemy line shake, he ordered the push. His soldiers move like one body. This is the result of trust. An army can trust its leader can move quickly because it does not question every order. Arhan has earned that trust through action, not word alone. The defect of Shahinshah, or at least the breaking of his plan, can become one of the strongest moments of the episode. Shahinshah may not accept that he has lost. He may shout range and try one last disappeared move. But desperation is not strength, it is the last smoke of a burning ambition. Arhan standing firm because the opposite image. He is tired, covered by the dust of war, but his eyes are clear. He does not look like a man chases personal revenge. He looked like a ruler finishing our necessary duty. This difference gives this scene power. The audience should feel that Arhan's victory is not only physical, it is moral and historical. After the battle, the field may fall into a heavy silence. War is loud while it happens, but after it ends, silence becomes louder. The carriage of wounded men, the search for missing friend, the prayer over, and the tired face of survivor create a deep emotional ending to the battle. Arhan may work among his soldiers not as a distant ruler but as a leader who sees their sacrifice. He may place his heart on a wounded man's shoulder. He may pray for the fallen. He may order that no be forgotten. Such scenes are important because they show the victory has cost some time. A battle should never feel like a game, it must leave marks. When news of victory reaches Barsa, belief spread, but it not complete until every family knows the fame of their loved ones. Some horses will celebrate, some will mourn. This mixed atmosphere is realistic and powerful. A state may win, but some heart may lose. Fatma may wait for everyness, but face full of fear. If he return and leave their eyes, they may meet in a way they see more than any long speech. She may not run to him immediately in front of everyone, but her relief will be clear. Everyone may understand that her heart still cares deeply. This can move their loved ones forward without making it too easy. Lime's movement should be treated with great care. If Darsan returns wounded, the pain and relief can come together. She may rush toward him, not caring who watches. If he cannot stand, she may hold him with shaking hands. If the news about him is still uncertain, that her suffering continues, creating a strong hook for the next section. If the story chooses martyrdom, then Lime grief can become one of the most heartbreaking scenes. But for this section, the best dramatic choice may be to keep the audience between fear and hopes. Lime's waiting can remain open because unresolved pain keeps the story emotionally alive. After surviving the doubt road, Orhan's eye turned toward larger future. This is very important. He is not a leader who stops after one victory. Every victory becomes a road to the next target. The enemies may think the battle was only about stopping him, but Arhan sees it has proved that the state is ready for a greater step. His mind began to move beyond the current field, Iznik and the wider land ahead become part of his vision. He understands that the Ottoman state cannot remain still, a state that growing become a target, a state that keep moving. Dictionary Arhans want to write the dictionary with their words. The new target gives the ending a strong feeling of movement. The audience should not feel that the story has closed. They should feel that one door has closed and a bigger door has opened. Orhan's enemies are not finished. The play's conflict are not solved. Fatma and Avrina still need healing. Nullifer and Sparka still carry fire between them. Lime still wait for truth about Darsan, but Arhan's state has taken another breath. If has survived another trap, any other time it survived, it become harder to destroy. The final mood of this section should be powerful and emotional. Barsa stand tired but alive. The soldier return with dust, wound and pride. The people thank Allah for victory, but they also weep for the cost. Arhan stands before them as a ruler who has faced two enemies and broken their plan, yet his face does not show simple happiness. Now his road will only become harder. The greater his name becomes, the greater the enemy against him will be, but he is ready. He was born into a dream bigger than one man's life. He now carries that dream forward. In the end, this part of the story showed that Usman is not only fighting for survival, he is learning how to shape history. The Imperial tried to crush him with a large force. Shahinshah tried to burn him with betrayal, anger. The place thrilled his patience with grief, rivalry, and love. In the next episode of Fulus Arhans, the story moves in a very serious and powerful stage. Until now, Sultan Arhans has faced many storms, but this time the storm is not coming from one side only. The danger is rising from every direction. On one side, the Emperor is preparing a heavy move against him. On the other side, Shahinshah is burning with anger, greed and revenge. Both enemies want to the same thing but for different reasons. They want to stop Arhan before he becomes stronger. They know very well that if Arhan takes one or more strong steps, then the dream of the state will become even harder to break. That is why the enemies are not coming with a simple attack. This time they are planning to trap Arhan between two powers so that he has no easy road left, no safe place to turn and no chain to breathe. But Sultan Orhan's is not a ruler who will sleep while his enemies sharpen their sword. He understands that the real war began before sword clash. The real war began inside the mind. A weak leader only waits for the enemies to come, but a great leader reads the enemy's heart before the enemies even moves. Arhan now that the Imperial want to use number, fear and pressure. He also knows that Shahinshah wants to use betrayal, surprise attack and blood. When these two forces move at the same time, many people may think that Arhan will fade into panic, but Arhan's silence is not fear, his patience is not weakness. His calm face is hiding a plan that can turn the enemy one trap against them. The atmosphere in Barha is heavy. Every corner feels the coming danger. The people can sense that a great battle is near. Soldiers sharpen their swords with serious face. The mother look at their sons with dread, but also with hair tired. The elder remember and war and pray, and this the new war bring victory, not loss. The place is not peaceful either. Even the walls seem to hear the footstep of destiny. This is not only a land. This is a fight for a future. This is a fight for the honor of a state that rose from hardships, sacrifice, and faith. Arhan carries that burden on his shoulder, but he does not complain. He knows that his father's dream is now in his hand, and he cannot allow that dream to be buried under the plan of enemy. The biggest problem is the enemy double move. Shahinshah wants to strike from one side while the Imperial wants to press from the other. Their plan is simple but dangerous. If Arhan moves towards Shahinshah, the Imperial force can attack from behind. If Arhan turns toward the Emperor, Shahinshah can cut his road and weaken his army. It is a plan made to confuse him. It is a plan made to divide his strength. But Arhan sees the weakness inside this plan. When two enemies work together, they may look strong, but their hearts are not one. The Emperor does not fully trust Shahinshah, and Shahinshah does not bow to anyone from his heart. Their unity is not built on reality, it is built on fear and benefit. Arhans understand this clearly, so instead of fighting their strength, he decided to strike at their trust. The most important part of Arhan plan is connected with the enemy fleet at Krisa Harbor. These ships are not just wooden bodies floating on water. They are the enemy hope, their sports, their roads and their pride. If those ships move, the enemy can open a new front and make the battle harder for Arhans. But if ships turn before leaving the harbor, that the enemy plan will lose their balance before the clash began. That is why Arhans prepare a bold and dangerous move. He wants to burn the ship before they can begin a weapon against him. It is not an easy plan. It needs courage, timing and trust. One small mistake can destroy everything, but Arhan now that something victory belongs to the one who takes the rest before the enemy expects it. This move also shows how much Arhan has changed as a ruler. He is not only a brave warrior now, he is becoming a master of strategy. He does not run into every battlefield with mad anger. He studied the field, studied the enemy, and chose the point where one streak can shake the whole plan. That is what makes his leadership dangerous for his enemy. They can count soldiers, horses, and weapons, but they cannot count the power of the sharp mind. They can see his enemy, but they cannot see his hidden plan. They can hear the sound of his soldier, but they cannot hear the decision forming inside his heart. Arhan's strength is not only in his sword, his real strength is that he knows when to speak, when to stay silent, when to attack, and when to wait. While the preparation for fall grows stronger, another emotional storm rises inside the place. Fatma returns safely with who were with her, and their spring relief to Versa. For a short time, it feels like Ju has returned to the place again. After so much pain, even when safe return feels like a festival, but Fatma's heart is not fully peaceful. Her story with has been full of wound, misunderstanding, waiting and pain. Their love has never been simple. It was tested again and again. When trust was broken, the heart was broken with it. When truth came late, the damage had already been deepened. Yet now, as everyness innocent came forward, the wound began to breathe again. The question is no longer only with her, they love each other. The real question is with her love can survive after so much hurt. Fatma is not a weak woman who forget everything in one moment. She has pride, pain and memory. She has carried the weight of disappointment. She has looked at her tired and in their eyes and still tried to stand strong. Avinash also carries his one burden. He knows that the hard one ahead does not heal. Only with word, a promise is not enough, a tear is not enough, even love is not enough unless it comes with truth, patience and action. Their routine is not only a romantic moment. If they come together again, they must come together with a stronger heart than before. Their love must not be the love of two people running from pain. It must be the most of two people who have pain and still trust each other. But the place does not give anyone enough time to heal. Just when one heart began to find hope, another heart is thrown with fire. Nullifer received the pain news about Daphne, and her grief turned into a storm. Even if there were problems, even if the bond was complicated, the pain of losing a sister is not small. Blood has a choice that cannot become silent easily. Nullifer's sorrow quietly become anger, and the anger again that turned toward Asporka. For Nullifer, Asporka is no longer only a rival inside the place. She becomes the face of a pain that Nullifer cannot carry alone. When a person is broken by grief, they search for someone to blame. Sometimes that blame is right, sometimes it is a mix with all bound. But in Nullifer's heart, one thing is clear: Asperka must answer. Asperka, however, is no longer the same woman who quietly takes every association. She has also changed. She has learned the silence does not always protect a person. Sometimes silence makes others think that they can crush you. So when Nullifer comes with anger, Asperka stands firm. Her word becomes sharper. Her eyes show that she will not step back easily. This makes the tension even more dangerous. Their conflict is not only personal, it affects the whole place. When two powerful women stand each other, the people around them also begin to divide. Some watch with fear, some with interest, and some with hidden plan of their own. In the place, a conflict between hearts can become as dangerous as the battle between armies. Sultan Arhans is already facing enemies outside, but inside the place, he must also handle here. There is a true burden of a ruler. A normal warrior fight only the man in front of him. A ruler fight the enemy outside, the pain inside his family, and the fear of the people, the jealousy of the place, and the shadow of the betrayal. Arhans cannot allow Nullifer and Asperka conflict to weaken the place at the same time when Barca need unity, but controlling such a conflict is not easy. If she is support one side too openly, the other side may feel rejected. If he stay completely silent, the fire may spread. Arhans must act like a judge and a husband and a ruler at the same time, and each rule pulls him in a different direction. Nullifer pain makes her words stronger than before. She does not only speak from anger. She speaks from a place of loss. She feels that her heart has been forced to accept too much. She has wanted change around her, felt her place challenged, and now she carries the grief of death. In such a moment, Ariel wound open again. She may remember word Asperka's side, every cold look, every hidden move, every movement when she felt pushed away. This is why her anger became bigger than one incident. It became the anger of many silent days. And when she finally speaks, she does not only ask for justice, she asks for recognition of her pain. Asperka's response is equally strong because she has believed, she has fought. She may feel that no matter and what he does, Nullifer will never accept her. She may believe in every action of her he sees as a crime because of who she is and where she comes from. She insists on begging for understanding. She chooses strength. She answers Nullifer in a way that shows she is not afraid of losing her place. This new confidence surprised everyone. It also proved that Asperka has understood the rule of the plane. In this world, the soft-hearted can be loved, but the strong-hearted are feared. Asperka wants to make it clear that she will not be removed by tear, anger or tears. While this place storm rises, Halim faces another kind of pain. She hears about what happened to Darsan and her heart is shaken badly. For a woman waiting for reunion, such news is like a sword entering the chest. Hope is a beautiful thing, but it is also dangerous because the one who hopes can be wounded deeply. Halim was waited for a moment when pain loved and what returned. But now she stands in front of a possibility that can break her completely. What if the man she waited for does not return? What if the road of reunion turns into a road of mourning? What if the street give here not a wedding, not a smile, not a peaceful impress, but the news of matrimony? Halim pain is very different from Nullifer anger. Nullifer burn outward, but Halim pain inward. She may still, but inside her everything is shaking. The name of Darsan is not only name of a man, it is a name of a dream she was growing. It is a name of a future she wanted to believe in. One that future become uncertain, the world around her loses color. This place may be a preparing for fall, shoulder may be moving, uncomfortable, may be to be speaking, but for Halim all sound become distant. In that moment, she hears only one thing, that fear that love may be taken from her before it is completed. This is where the episode can become deeply emotional because Cruel's Arhans is not only about battle and victories, it is also about the price people pay for those victories. Every great has tried behind it, every flag rise high has someone pain under it. Men go to war with sword, but women fight another war inside their heart. They pray, they wait, they fear, they receive news that change their life forever. Halim's situation reminds the audience that behind every heroic story there is a woman's story. Behind every warrior there is someone waiting. Behind every warrior there may be a broken heart that no one seen. At the same time, Darshan fate become an important emotional question. If he is alive, his return can become one of the strongest moments of the hope. If he is wounded, his struggle can bring tear and tension. If the news of martyrdom reaches the place, then her life world may collapse and this pain can change her forever. The writer have placed this uncertainly at a very sensitive point. The audience will not only watch to see who wins the war, they will also watch to see whatever Halim loves survive this dark test. The kind of emotional threat make the battlefield feel more personal because every streak outside has an inside the place. Meanwhile, Shahinshah continued to act like a man who believed the world belonged to his ambition. His heart is full with desire for power, and his desire has made his blind. He does not understand that a person who burns every bridge for power often finds himself alone at the end. Shahinshah thinks that if he attacks hard enough, lies strongly enough, and frightens people deeply enough, he can shape destiny with his hard work. But he forgets one thing: fear can open a door, but it cannot build a state. Betrayal can win a movement, but it cannot win loyalty. A man can take land by force, but he cannot take respect the same way. This is why Shahinshah's path is dangerous not only for Arhan's but also for himself. His attack on Arhan's side has already increased Arhan's anger. The blood of martyrs is not something Arhan can forget. A ruler may forgive personal insult, but he cannot ignore the blood of his soldier. When men die under his banner, their death becomes his responsibilities. He must answer not only for revenge but for justice. This is why Arhan's coming move against Shahinshah will not be simple anger, it will be controlled punishment. Arhan's fury is dangerous because it is not by will, it is discipline. A willed man attack without thinking, but Arhan stay anger into strategy that make him much more dangerous for Shahinshah. The Emperor, on the other hand, thinks in a different way. He sees Arhan's rise as a political danger. He understands that the state is no longer a small power that cannot be published aside easily. Each victory gives Arhan more respect, each point opens a new road, each alliance changes the balance of the region. For the Emperor, stopping Arhan is not only about pride, it is about survival of influence. If Arhans continue rising, then the old power will have to accept a new reality. This is why they fear most not only losing land but the losing the right to decide the future. Arhan succeeds is dangerous because it tells everyone that a new power has arrived. This is why the Imperial Army and Shahinshah become two arms of the same thread. One comes from the outside, one from outside the region. One carries pride, the other carries personal greed. Together they create a very serious crisis, but critics also give Arhans a chance to prove who is really is. Great rulers are not made in peaceful days, they are made when every road looks blocked and every mistake can become death. If Arhan defects his troubled thread, his name will become stronger than before. His supporters will believe in him more deeply, his enemy will fear him more seriously, and the dream of expansive will move one step closer to reality. The preparation in Barsa showed that everyone understands the weight of his movement. Weapons are checked, horses are prepared, messages made from one place to another. Commanders speak in low but serious voice. No one laughs loudly, no one treats this like an ordinary fight. The air itself feels like it is waiting for the first sound of war. Orhan's walk through this atmosphere with a fear that gives courage to others. A leader cannot show fear even when he feels the size of danger. His people take strength from his eye. If his eyes shake, their hearts shake. If his voice breaks, their courage breaks. So Arhan stands firm, not because he has no fear, not because he now others need his strength. This is important quality in him. He does not carry leadership like a crown only, he carried it like a responsibility. Many people want power because they want respect, but Arhan carries power because a nature hope is tied to him. He cannot make decisions only for himself. Every order he gives make life or life cost. Every delay may give the enemy advantage. Every fast may create a new danger. This is why his mind never rests. Even when others sleep, he thinks. Even when others celebrate, he watches. Even when people praise him, he remembers the next thread. This is why the loudness of leadership, it is the middle of all this. The line between personal life and state duty, Fatma, very thin. Fatma's happiness, Lime's pains, Nullifer's anger, Esper's prize, the soldier fear, the people's prayers, and the enemy's plan are reach Arhans in some way. He may be Sultan, but he also a brother, a husband, a son of a great, and the production of many lives. Sometimes the place need him as a family man, while the battlefield need him as a commander. Sometimes the heart asks him to stay, while duty order him to ride out. The inner pressure can make only one man tired. But Arhans cannot afford to break. This state is still young, its enemies are many, its future is still being brighter. The burning of the ship at Karisi Harbour and burning of the turning of point of the action. The plan is not only a military action, it is a massive. If Arhan succeeds, he will tell the enemy that their hidden preparations are not hidden from him. He will tell the Imperial that distance and sea cannot protect his plan. He will tell Shahinshah that betrayal will not decide the battle. He will tell his one soldier that courage and cleverness together can defeat a larger force. Fire is a harbor will become fire in the heart of the enemy. The ship will burn, but more than one will burn. The enemy confidence will burn, their timing will burn, their dream of trapping Arhans will burn, but the danger is very high to burn ship before they sail. Arhans need men who can move quickly and strike fast. They must enter a dangerous place where one wrong step can expose them. The enemy guide will not be sleeper forever. The sea road may be watches. The harbor may have space. A single betrayal can turn the plane into a disaster. If Arhan's men are catched, the enemy will not only kill them, they will use them to break morale. They will say Arhan's sacred move failed. They will laugh at prepare a stronger attack, so the plane must be perfect. It must be done with the kind of courage that does not make noise but shake history. This is the beauty of Arhan's strategy. It does not wait for the enemy's strength to arrive in full form. He tries to cut the roots before the tree grows. Many leaders fight the enemy and after the enemy becomes strong. Arhan tries to stop the enemy's strength before it joins the battle. This is why his move feels powerful. It is not only reaction, it is control. He is trying to choose the shape of the war before the war chooses him. This is what separates a commander from a ruler of destiny. A commander fights while a ruler changes the field back in the place. Fatma and Avrinus, a story may become a soft but painful contract to the war. Outside their eyes may say more than their word, both now that too much has happened, both now that love alone cannot erase the past, yet when two hearts are meant to meet, even pain become a road. Fatma may try to protect himself with distance. Avrinus may try to prove himself with patience. Their conversation can be full of quick emotion. He may want to say that he never stopped loving her. He may want to ask why true comes so late. He may want forgiveness, she may want peace, both may want the same time, but fear may stand between them if they unite too easily. The pain of their journey will feel small, but if they struggle through were tired and silent, their union will feel earned. Fatma need to see that Avrinus is not only a man with love but a man with truth. Avrinus need to see that Fatma anger is not hatred, it is a voice of a heart that wells her deeply. Their story can become one of the emotional prayer of the episode. While armies prepare for blood, two wounded people try to prepare their heart for trust again. This balance between war and love gives the episode deep. Nullifer and Esperka, however, may not allow the place to stay calm for long. Their confrontation can become one of the most intense place scenes. Nullifer's grief over Daphne can push her to speak without fear. She may Esperka not only for one action but of bringing Pisces into a piece of place. Esperka may answer that Nullifer uses every pain as a weapon against her. The argument can grow because both women believe they are defending their place, their honor and their future. Is such a movement what can hurt more than words. A sword wound can heal, but a word spoken in anger can remain in the heart for years. Arhans may be forced to step between them, but even his patience may not end the fire completely because this conflict is not only about one event. It is about fear of losing importance, fear of being replaced, fear of being misunderstanding, and fear of being left alone. Nullifer may fear that her pain is not being rejected. Asparka may fear that she will always be treated like an outsider. Both fear are powerful. Both fear can make a person hurt. This is why their conflict has room to grow. It can affect Arhan's house, his children, his political alliance, and the peace of the place. These praise movements are not separate from politics. It is a story like this. Every marriage, every rivalry, every child, and every bond can influence the future of the state. Nullifer and Asperka's struggle may look emotional, but under it lies the question of influence. Who will have Arhan's hair? Who will shape the atmosphere of the place? Who will be respected by the people around them? Who will be seen as the stronger woman in the house of Sultan? This is why their scenes are not small, they connect personal emotional with the larger power structure. Lion's track add another layer of sadness. If she heard that Dodson may have fallen, her first reaction may be denial. The heart often refuses that news before the mind accepts it. She may say that it can be true, she may ask for proof, she may look at the door again and again, hoping someone will enter and say the news was wrong. The kind of waiting is painful because it keeps hope alive and drying at the same time. Every sound become a possible answer, every footstep become a possible sign, every sign become heavier than the last. If someone trying to comfort her, their word may be reach her because comfort cannot easily touch a heart standing on the edge of the loss. People may tell her to be patient, to pray, to stay strong, but inside she may ask how a person can stay strong when the future is being pulled away. Lime's pain can make the audience feel the cost of reality, and love is the time of war. It can also make her character stronger. A person who suffered deeply and still stand become different. If Darhand learn, Limes will not love him lightly. If he does not, her grief may become a fire that change her path. Arhan's coming war also connect with the idea of the new direction. Every victory open a new target for him. He does not fight only to survive her. He fight to move up forward. This is important. Some ruler only defect what they have. Arhans want to build what does not yet exist. His eyes are not only on day battle, they are on tomorrow maps. The enemies may think they are stopping him by forcing him into war, but they may be actually by pushing him toward a simple step. Once Arhan defect his career, they may look beyond the current border and choose a new road that will change the dictionary of the state. The new target give him a story, a feeling of expansion. The audience can sense that the series is not ending its energy with one battle. It is opening a larger door. Arhans is not only depending Burqa, it is prepare the future of an empire. His dream is bigger than revenge, bigger than one city, bigger than one enemy. The mention of a new direction created experiment because it showed that after this war, the story may move into a flash state. New land, new enemies, new aliens, and new tests may come. Arhan's journey is becoming wider, but before any new target, they must survive the current storm. The war preparation in Barca are not suggested background scenes. They are the heartbeat of the episode. Every soldier knows that the coming fight may decide the future. The young warriors may fail experiment, but the older ones know the smell of war to wall. They know the courage is needed, but courage does not make a man immortal. They know that many who ride out proudly may not return. Still they prepare because this is their duty. Their loyalty to Arhans and to the state is stronger than their fear. A powerful scene can show Arhan speaking to the soldier before the battle. His words should not be empty noise, they should remind them who they are and what they fight. He can speak about the day when they are was duty on a searching for the home. And now they stand as a state with a future. He can remind them that the enemy see only their sword but know the fight in their hearts. He can tell them that they do not fight for gold, pride, or personal fame. They fight so that their children can live under a strong flag. Such a speech can lift the spirit of the soldier and make the audience feel the weight of the moment. The strongest part of Arhan's characters is now how to connect past and future. He does not forget the sacrifice brought them here. He remembered Usman by dream, he remembered the pain of the traps, he remembered the martyrs, but he does not live only in memory. He uses memory as fuel for the future. This is why his leadership feels meaningful. A ruler without memory become arrogant. A ruler without vision become weak. Arhans has both memory and vision, and that make him a serious threat to anyone who want to stop him. Shansha does not understand this. He thinks power is taken only by force. He thinks if he kill enough men, scares enough people, and for enough temporary aliens, he can stay equal to Arhans. But he does not have what Arhans has. He does not have true loyalty. He does not have the same purpose, he does not have the same connection with the people. His followers may obey him because of fear of benefit, but Arhan's men follow him because they believe in him. This difference may decide the war more than weapons. The Emperor also may underestimate the emotional power behind Arhan's rise. Empires often look at member, warship and coin. They forget that a young state can rise while become stronger than them. All of this is believed. The Ottoman side may not always have the greatest resources, but they can hunger for destiny. They feel they are the part of something larger than themselves. That feeling can make a smaller force stand against a larger one. Arhans know how to witness that feeling. That is why the enemies fear him. They are not facing a face, they are facing a movement. Has a plan for Carisi Harbor moves forward, tension can rise scene by scene, secret reader may live under darkness, trustless apps may receive order without full explanation, a map may be opened. Arhans may point to the harbor and explain the danger of the ships. The men around him understand that this mission can decide everything. They may not ask many questions, their eyes may show redness. In such moments, reality does not need long speeches. A simple note can mean I will go even if I do not return. The night before the operation can be quick but heavy. Firelight horses, breathing soldiers checking their weapons, and distant prayers can create a strong mood. Arhans may strong ally with the movement looking toward the direction of the harbor. They may think of the father, his people, his children, and the enemy waiting for his mistake. This silence can show the audience that even great leader can pressure inside, but that he turned back in with a firm face because mourning will not wait for everyone emotion. The plan must work. Inside the place, Fatma may also have a quick moment. She may think about everyness, about the pain between them, and about the fear of losing him again. War make love urgent. People who delay speaking from bread may suddenly realize the tomorrow is not promised. Fatma may struggle between protecting her heart and admitting that her love is still alive. This can lead to a strong emotional scene where she and evidence speak honestly, not with directly shooting but with controlled pain. He may tell her that he cannot change the past, but he can stay now before with her truth now. She may say the truth arriving late still hurt. He may accept this because real love does not depend itself very second. After some time it listens. Their track can give the episode softness without reducing its seriousness. The audience want war, but they also want emotional reward. Fatma and Avina's incomplete love has waiting too long. If the episode gives them a moment of hope, it will feel like light entering a dark room, but because danger is still present, that hope will not feel fully safe. The audience will fear that just when they come close, war may separate them again. Therefore, keep the story alive. Nulifer and Esperka's storm may become sharper after death. Nullifer may decide the silence is no longer possible. She may seek direct confrontation not only in private but in a place where others can witness her anger. Asperka may not step back, and that will shock people who expected her to soften. Their clash can reveal hidden feelings that were building for a long time. Nullifer may say that some wound cannot be covered by royal manners. Asperka may answer that grief does not give anyone the right to destroy anyone's personal destiny. Both sides can sound right in their one pain, and that make the conflict more interesting. The danger is that their personal way many distant errands at the worst time enemies outside are waiting for weakness, and player's decision is weakness if space or hidden spotter of Shinsha hear about it. Internal conflict. They can use it, they can spread rumor, they can make people believe the Sultan house is divided in political rumor can become weapons. A lie whisper at the right time can cause more damage than the sword, so Arhans must stop does only the visible enemy. But also the invisible damage of place unrest. There is where Malhun or other elsewhere presence could become important if the story used them. A wise elder can remind the woman that the place is not the place for personal wire when the tale stands before them. But even vice-versa may not fully hear the conflict, they can only delay it. Nullified grief will not disappear, Apsparka pride will not mend, the fire will remain under the ashes, waiting for the next wind. This means their story can continue growing after the battle too. Darshan's story may connect with the far plot in the painful way. If he wanted or captured, Arhans may have to decide whether to save him or stay focused on the battle. This creates a classic leadership conflict, one life versus the safety of many. For Lime Darshan is everything, for Arhan Darshan is important, but so is the army, the people and the state. Such choices are real because no answer feels clean. If Arhan chooses the state, heart may break. If he reaches the state for one person, many may suffer. This is how the series can show the painful side of leadership. The most exciting part of the incoming event will be how Arhans turn the enemy traps around. The Imperial and Shansha believed they are crossing around them, but Arhan planned to burn the ship can break their timing. If the harbor burns, the Imperial confidence will collapse. Soldiers who was ready to sail many panic. Commander may blame each other. Shansha may become angry because the plane he trusted is damaged. This can create distance between the enemies. And once distress begins, their alliance becomes weak. Arhan does not need to defeat both enemies at the same time if he can make them doubt each other first. This is why the harbor operation is not just action. It is a psychological war. Fire created fear, smoke creates confusion. A burning conflict tells the enemy that Arhans is ready. Inside their plan, they will begin to ask who gave information, who failed to guide the harbor. These questions can break discipline. An army with doubt becomes slower. A commander who feels exposed becomes nervous. Arhan can use that nervousness on the battlefield. After this, the open battle can become more intense. Shansha may attack with range, wanting to recover his lost prey. The Imperial side may push harder to prove that they are not weakened, but anger can make enemies careless. Arhans can wait for that movement. A good commander does not only create strength, he creates the enemy mistake. If Shansha attacked blindly, Arhans can surround him. If Imperial send forces without coordination, Arhan can cut them apart. The battlefield then becomes not only the place of sword but a place where Arhan's planning show its result. The episode can also show Arhan's moral difference from Shansha. Shansha may burn with personal lead with oil. Arhan's file with purpose. Shansha may see soldier as toll while Arhan sees as a result. Shansha may break promise while Arhan tries to protect the order of the state. This contract made the conflict stronger. The audience does not only want to see who is stronger. They want to see which kind of leadership develops to survive. Arhan's victory must feel like the victory of justice over greed. Not only one army over another. As the fighting grows closer, the people of Bursa may gather in prayer. This episode emotional layer. Not everyone can hold a sword, but everyone can carry the battle in their heart. The women, elder, and children may pray for the soldiers. This creates a sense that the whole city is a part of the war. Victory is not only won by those on horses, it is also healed by those who wait with fire. This kind of scene can make the audience feel connected to the whole community, not only the main heroes. Fatma and Avinash may be caught between love and duty again. If Avinash has to join the fight or protect someone, Fatma may fear losing him at the moment when trust has finally opened the road between them. This can create a powerful goodbye scene, not a final goodbye, but the kind of goodbye where both understand the war may decide what love cannot. Fatma may not say sometime in her heart, but her eye can speak. Evidence make promise to return. Both now promise are in fear. This makes their story emotional and tense. Alim's waiting can mirror Fatma's fear. One woman waits for the man whose fate is uncertain. Another fear losing a man, just a hope return. Nullifer, a sister, Esper fight for her place. Arhan's fight for the state. Each character is standing in the different kind of battlefield. This is what makes the section rich. The war outside in one battle, but inside every heart another battle is happening. The final movement of this section should build toward Arhan received step. He should not appear confused or happiness. He should appear calm, focused, and ready. The enemies think they have prepared a catch, but Arhan is preparing the key. As his men move toward Krisa Harbor, has Bursa prepared for total war, has the place burned with emotional conflict, and has prioritized into the night. The audience should feel that a major turning point is coming. The next round will not be ordinary. It will bring fire, blood, truth, and Harper a new road for the Ottoman future. And this is where the strongest who come in. Sultan Erhan is not only going to defect himself, he is going to answer enemy in their one language. To the emperor, he will answer with straightly. To Shensha, he will answer with justice. To the place, he will answer with authority. To the meritorious, he will answer with victory. And to his father dream, moving toward the enemies believe they are about to close the circle around him, but they do not know that Arhans has already seen the weak point in their circle. The ship have not even sailed yet, and their defect may already have begun. In the incoming scenes, Barsa will stand at the edge of one of its bigger tests. The people will hold their breath. The soldiers will ride with fires. The place will carry both hope and heartbreak. Fatma and Avinash will look for a back way to each other. Limes will wait for the truth about Darsan with a heart full of fears. Nulifa and Asparka will continue their dangerous fight for dictionary, love, and place. And Sultan Arhans will move like a leader who now the history does not open its door for. Who history did it open for those who are ready to pay the price. The next episode is therefore not only about war. It is about the making of a ruler. It is about how Arhan stand when enemies come from outside and pain rise from inside. It is about how a state service when betrayal, grief, love, and ambition all collide at once. The battlefield will show sword, but the real story will show heart. The harbor will burn, but the fire will not stay only on the ships. It will separate into a plan of the enemy, into the anger of Shahinshah, into the fear of the imperial, and into the destiny of Arhan's state. From this point, there is no easy return. Either Arhan will break the trap or the trap will try to swallow everything he has built. But one thing is clear. Sultan Arhan is not stepping into this storm as a victim, he is stepping into it as the man who planned to turn the storm into his one victory. In the next episode of Cruel's Arhans, the story becomes darker, deeper, and much dangerous. For Sultan Arhans, the enemies has understood one thing very clearly. Now, Arhans cannot be stopped with small attract anymore. He cannot be frightened by simple threats, and he cannot be pushed back to ordinary track. Every time they try to weaken him, he returns stronger. Every time they try to break his courage becomes sharper. Now the Emperor and Shahinshah know that if they want to shake Arhan's power, they must trap him in a way where he cannot move easily. This is why they are preparing a large move from two sides. Their aim is not only to defeat Arhan's battle, their real aim is to make him feel surrounded, alone and happiness. They want his soldier to lose hope before this war even meet. They want Barca to feel fear before the war begins. They want Arhan's name to lose its strength in the eye of his people, but one the enemies do not understand is that Arhan's greatest power appears when the road becomes narrow. When others see dangers, Arhan see a hidden door. When others feel trapped, Arhan began to build his one trap inside the enemy plan. Barca is standing at the edge of a great storm. The city is not sleeping peacefully anymore. Every sound feels heavier. Every step in the place has meaning. Soldiers move with serious faces. Commanders speak in low voice, but their eyes show that something bigger is near. The people of Barca can feel that this is not an ordinary fight, this is not a small border clash, this is a war that can decide the direction of the state. The old people pray with trembling hands, the young warriors burn with excited. The mother hide their tears because they do not want to weaken their sons. The wives look at their husband with pride but also with fear. In such a time, every house becomes part of battlefield. Some fight with swords, some fight with prayer, some fight with silence. Barca has been pained before, but this triumph has coming wall feel larger than our past round. The people know that if Arhans wins, the state will rise higher, but if he fails, many dream, many fall with him. Sultan Arhans understands the sides of his danger better than everyone. He is not fooled by the enemy noise. He knows that the emperor is not moving without reasons. He knows that Sensha anger is not only personal anymore. Their plan have started to meet. At one point, they both want Arhans away from the center of power. The imperial fear Arhans rising straight because every Ottoman victory reduced the old power of Byzantium. Shahinshah hates Arhans because Arhans stands where he himself wants to stand. One enemy fears the future and the other enemy is jealous. This makes their alliance very dangerous but also very weak because two people who come together only for benefit never trust easily each other. The Emperor can use Shahinshah but he never respects him for the heart. Shahinshah can take help for the Emperor but he will accept being under another man's shadow. Arhans now this. He sees that their hands may be joined but their hands are not, and in war a divided heart is often very more dangerous. For it one side than the enemy's sword, other face remain calm in front of his man, but inside his mind a powerful plan is taking shape. He knows that the enemy want to place him between two armies. If he moves toward one side, the other side will strike. If he waits too long, the enemy will become stronger. If he divided his army without care, he may lose both fronts. But Arhans is not a man who fights only where the enemies call him. He does not want to enter a battlefield made by the enemy. He wants to change the battlefield before the enemy become ready. This is why his eye turned because Krisa Herbert, the enemy ships waiting, they are not only sheep, they are the road for danger. They are the bridge for the enemy's strength. They are a sign that the imperial plan has a second breath. If those shape move, Arhan's situation will become harder. But if those shape burn because they leave the harbor at the enemy plan, will lose one of the stronger lungs. This is the point where Arhan decides that he will not wait for the storm to reach Barca. He will send fire toward these storms before it arrives. This plan is very bold, and because it is bold, it is very risky. Burning the ship at Krisa Harbor is not like attacking on Upper Camp. A harbor is vast, every road may have guide, every stranger may be questioned, this shape will be protected because the enemy know their value. A mission like their need men who can move like shadow, think fast and accept that without shaking. Arhan must choose people who will not lose their courage if they are discovered. He must choose men who understand silence as much as battle. This is not a mission for loud bravery, there is a mission for quick bravery. A loud warrior can shake the field with his sword, but a quick warrior can enter the heart of the enemy and destroy his hope without being seen. Arhans now the difference. That is why he does not give these missions with careless emotion. He gives it with the serious voice of a ruler. He knows that one hidden flame can change the great of a great ruler. At the time, Arhans must keep his soldier ready for the open battlefield. He cannot put all his strength into one secret plan. If the harbor plan succeeds, he must be ready to use the enemy confusion. If a harbor plan fails, he must be ready to face the enemy full anger. A weak commander depends on one move only, but Arhans prepare many roads at the same time. This is why make him different from Shahinshah. Shahinshah tracked with the heart of revenge. Arhans attract with the weight of purpose. Shahinshah burns because he wants power. Arhans burns because he carries a state. The difference between the two men is not only in their enemies, it is the reason there for fighting. Shahinshah want to take, Arhans want to build. Shahinshah want to be fair, Arhans want his people to stand under a strong future. This is why the same sword in two different hands carries two different meaning. While Arhan is preparing for fall, the places carries another kind of storms. Fatma save return, bringing happiness to Barsa, but this happiness is not simple. It comes after fear, pain, and uncertainty. When Fatma entered the place alive, the people around her breathed again. A daughter of that house has returned. A wound that could not become deeper has stronger bleeding for a movement, but inside Fatma's heart, pace is not still complete. Because her story with Apnes is not finished, it has been broken, testing, delay, and covered by pain. Their love did not move on a straight road, it passed through darkness, doubt, and misunderstanding. Now, when everyone's innocent become clear, a new door opened between them, but this door does not open without fears. Fatma has already suffered. She cannot simply smile and forget everything. Her heart wants to trust, but her enemy reminds her of every wound. This is why their union must be slow, emotional, and full of silence. Evidence also now that man love does not compare only with one sentence. He does not stand before Fatma and accept her pain to disappear just because truth has come out. Truth is powerful, but let truth still leave scars. He must show patience. He must let her anger speak. He must accept that the heart he loved has been hurt by a simple story that now brings him hope. A man who truly loves does not force forgiveness, he waits for it with respect. Abner's face may carry relief because her innocence is now, but his eyes may still carry fear because he does not know Fatma's heart will return to him. In this situation, their love becomes more mature. It is no longer the love of simple attraction, it becomes the love of two people standing after a storm and asking whether they still have the courage to hold each other again. Fatma's heart is divided between pride and longing. Pride tells her not to forget the pain. Longing tells her that innocence is still the man her heart searches for. She may try to speak strongly, but her eye may betray her. She may want to remain distant, but every word from evidence may shake that she built inside herself. This is the beauty of their track. It is not a simple love story where everything becomes fine at once. It is a love story where both people must process the ruins of the past. If they reach each other again, the moment will come meaningful because it will not be easy. Their love must earn its peace, and in a world where war can take someone away in one night, love becomes even more urgent. Fatma now that if Arvina stride into battle again, tomorrow may not give them another chance. This fear can push her heart closer to truth. The place happiness over Fatma return does not last long become another pain arrived with great force. Nullifer heard the news connected to Daphne and her world is shaken. Daphne may have created pain, danger and problem, but she was still Nullifer's sister. Blood does not become meaningless because of conflict. A sister can be wrong, can be lost, can choose a dangerous path. But once that enters the story, the heart does not calculate everything with justice. The heart first loss. Nullifer pain is forever complicated. She may be angry at Daphne, but she is also broken by losing her. She may know the Daphne action brought danger, but she still remembered the bond of family. This mixed pain became too heavy for her to carry quickly, and when the heart cannot carry pain, it often turns pain into anger. The anger moved toward Asperka. For Nullifer, Asperka becomes the face of the wound. She sees her only as a person connected to Daphne's death, but also has a movement who has already created tension in her life. All jealousy, all fear, all humiliation, and new grief all come together. Nullifer does not come forward only as a grieving sister. She comes forward as a woman who feels that her place, her pain, and her voice have been ignored too many times. Her words can become sharp because they come from many wounds at once. She may accuse Sparka being tired in her eyes, but tired will not make her weak. They make her more dangerous. A woman speaking from grief does not care who is watching. He does not measure every sentence. She speaks from the fire burning inside her chest. Asperka, however, will not stand blindly like a person waiting to be judged. She has also learned from every insult, every crooked look, and every political game inside the place. She knows that if she bows her head at every occasion, she will never be accepted as strong. She understands that the place does not always respect innocence, sometimes it only respects power. So when Nullifer attracts her with anger, Asperka answers with pride. She may not deny the weight of what happened, but she will not allow Nullifer to turn her grief into a weapon that destroys her destiny. This makes their confrontation very powerful, but both women are wanted, both women feel wrong, both women believe they are defending something important. That is why their conflict cannot end with one conversation. It is a storm that has been growing for a long time. Arhans is placed in a very difficult position because it places conflict rise at a worst possible time. Outside the place, two enemies prepares for war. Inside the place, two important women stand against each other. A ruler can ignore small argument, but he cannot ignore a division that can be harmed the unity of this house. If his place look weak, his enemies will use it. If people hear that the women of the place are fighting openly, rumor will begin. Rumors are like hidden arrows. They do not make noise. They wound deeply. Shanxia and the Imperial bowed not only one sign of weakness to separate far. So Arhans must control the place fire without making the wound deeper. If he speaks too harshly, one side may feel crushed. If he stays silent, the fire may grow. This is a test of leadership, different from the battlefield but no less different. Nullifer pain restores understanding, but Asperka position cannot be ignored. This is where Arhans must become more than a husband. He must become a judge of balance. He must see the human pain but also protect the side order. In place life, emotions are never only emotion. Every terror has political meaning. Every anger can create a new group. Every silence can be understood as support from one side. And has now that the enemies outside cannot be allowed to benefit from the pain inside. But the question is how he will stop Nullifer and Asperka from turning their possible wound into a long warm. The issue may continue even after the outside battle ends because some players conflict do not finish with victory. They wait, hide, and stronger late. At the same time, Limes receives news that break her heart. The mention of Darsa fate shake her deeply. For Lime, Darsan is not only a man she loved, he is a dream she has tried with hope. She waited for a future where pain could end and they won't stand together without fear. But now the shadow of loss stands in front of her. The thought that Darsan may not return safely become unbearable. When a person moves here, wait for someone they love, every movement become longer, every sound at the door become hope, every silence become punishment. Lime's pain is quick, but it is a not small pain. Some people carry loudly and some people break inside without making a sound. Lime's solo belongs to a second kind. Her face may still, but her heart is falling apart. This emotional thread is very important because it reminds us the war does not only happen on the field. War enter the place, enter homes, enter